Let's do this. G'day! Stu from UAVPOOCHES here. Welcome back to the FPV Mix, the greatest live stream on the internet. You could probably hear me frantically typing away on my computer, but we are here. We are ready. A huge show coming up today. We've got some big guests. We've got some Daily Dose of Donny. We've got some Clip That. We're going to be ringing my mum, and we're also going to be talking to Trappy from TBS, asking him a whole bunch of questions. I can't wait to have him on the show. Team Black Sheep, been on the FPV scene for the longest time. We're going to be asking him your questions, so the things you want to write in and say. But what this is your show. This is the FPV Mix. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself a beer, whatever you want to partake in. It could be the morning, it could be the evening, maybe it's the middle of the night if you're in the UK, but this show is for you to sit back, relax, and for the next 90 minutes, we're going to be hanging out, mucking around with the microphone, having a laugh, talking all things drones, and also just generally chilling and just having a good time. So this show is for you. Let me see who is in the chat, and we need to do a mic. I just thought, man, imagine if I'd done all this without my microphone check. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. We got Toxic the Legend himself. He's saying, hey, Stu, so what's going on there, Toxic? We've got Hobby Grade, we've got Talis Croker, we've got Abdul is back as well. JFPV giving me some info straight back to me saying, mic check, mic check. Like I said, hey, what are you guys going to be drinking? Because I've got myself my cup of coffee from my FPV swag mug right here, a bit of X-Class. Johnny DRC is saying, Stu, the button is on the left. Let me know which button I should push. That's a cross between a press and a push, but which button I should push right there to start the live stream. JT is, where do you watch that? The multi-GP. Okay, so everyone's talking about some multi-GP action that might have happened last night. We've got Terminal Insanity. It's saying 2.4 gigahertz will never have as good range as 900 megahertz. Toxic saying, let's go. We've got RS7 Driver. Who's saying, Stu, I don't know why you wear Uggs after seeing the first season of Housos. That show was hilarious. So where is it in Sunnyvale? You are again. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, my friend. A bit of Aussie humour right there, which look, it's sometimes takes it a little bit too far. We've got Ryan in here as well. Russ Wolf 911 telling us how his age right there. We've also got some giveaways we're going to be doing today. So we've got... And I hope I'm getting this around the right way. Can you guys remind me? Is this the one? I think this is the normal giveaway. I'm hearing some doors closing behind me. We might be haunted right here. I think this is like the normal jackpot giveaway. And was it? This was the giveaway we were putting together for those people who sent through the donations and that sort of stuff. I think that's the way we're going to do it. So Hobby Grade, I'm going to add your name to the draw. We're going to be drawing that in this show as well. So let me just type your name in a little list. I've got 3 notepads up right now because we've got my Ask Stu's Mum questions as well. Hobby Grade, of course. We've got Charlie here. So here you go, Charlie. Look, he's fallen asleep, but it's breakfast time for you, boy. So there you go. That's from Hobby Grade. Oh, yum, that's really nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for including me on the stream, everyone. I really appreciate it. So Charlie, you're probably putting on, well, not as much weight as I am, but we'll blame that on just the dad bod, and of course not the McDonald's or anything like that. We've got Abdul sending through some love as well. I'm gonna add his name, Abdul 3. But let's do it. Let's answer your questions, find out what you're up to, and then we can pretty much get on with the show. Calling my mum, like I said, big show, a lot of fun. Don't let me forget any of these because they're all very important. We've got, we're going to be calling my mum in just probably about half an hour. We're going to be having Daily Dose of Donny, and I do apologize. That was meant to be on the last stream, and I know a lot of people hit me up and like, Stuart, where's the Daily Dose of Donny? So we're going to be catching up with him. I think he's done some pretty exciting stuff today, which we can't wait to talk about as well. Viewfinder inactive, what is that all about? Let's get rid of that. Press this button here. Kaboom. Here we go. That shouldn't come up again. I think I've got that sorted. We're going to be, of course, talking to Trappy, giving away some prizes. Clip That. I don't think I'm forgetting any segments or anything like that. There's no news today because we did that last episode with Raven. But let's do it. Let's find out what is happening in your world. Man, there's also JFPV sending through some love, saying, all love, brother. You're a legend. Give Charlie a treat. No. Of course, brother. I want to say, no, mate, I'm not a legend. I am exactly the same as you guys. FPV, it is for everyone. Is it just me, or does it seem very dark right now? How do we get some more light on here? But FPV is for everyone, and I'm exactly the same as you guys. I love these little flying robots. We take them out to the field and just fly around. The only difference is I point a camera at it. So thank you for being such a kind supporter of the streams as well. Man, guys, Drunken Bullet as well. Oh, sending through some love. He's saying, "G'day, mate, one of the legends, Drunken Bullet," who I used to get confused with Drunken FPV at the start. Let's have a look. And Random is saying Raisin, not a Raven. Toxic's talking to Kiz. Roscoe Sticks giving me some thumbs up as well. Grumpy FPV saying, "Ask Mum, does she like Bob Dylan?" Thanks very much for, we can definitely do that. So I've got a little notepad. If you've got some questions you want me to ask my mum as well, please. Let's put this in here. Let's have a look. BWASFPV saying, "Sup, Stu, good morning. Good morning to yourself." Vitroid is in the house as well. He's saying, "Have you ever tried automated flights like on the iNav or the Drew Pilot?" No, I haven't really. The only thing we've ever done, I still can't get over how, I need to change this brightness. Let me have a look here. Let's open this. If I press, let's see if we can make this a bit brighter. There we go. At least it looks like I'm not sitting in the dark. Right now, but the only time I've ever really messed around with that is when Trevor sets up his, sometimes some drones come with GPS, and I am changing my tune on GPS drones, right? I do feel like they have a place for long range. I just feel like they're a bit of a trap for beginner pilots. I know this was brought up about 3 months ago, someone asked me, and I probably gave a bit of a harsh answer about how, look, I don't know why you'd really want to do GPS, but I do feel like now it does have its place for some long-range flying, and Trevor has really enjoyed it as well. You can clip that. But it's when you turn it off and your drone can come back if you lose reception and everything. But please don't start out with GPS. As a beginner pilot, it is not a good way to go. It's just another thing that's going to break. It's just another thing you've got to worry about setting up. You've got to make sure that it's programmed right so your drone's just not going to disappear if anything ever goes wrong. All this sort of stuff. It kind of changes it from a freestyle ripper into a much different type of craft. Man, RS7 Driver has a really, really deep question here. And he's asking my mum, and I love it, he is asking, what do you think, dear mum, which do you think is the most important? Man, this is going to throw a little bit. What do you think is the most important? Honesty, kindness, or fairness? I don't know about you guys. I'm going to say kindness. I'm a big believer in the world just needs more kindness. Kiz Bartlett is saying, "Hey, what's your top gardening tips?" There we go. Thank you very much. Kiz Bartlett, we're also going to be talking a whole bunch of drones. I want to know your crossfire experiences. And if you've got questions for Trappy, Trappy is probably going to be coming on in about 40 minutes time. We'll get him on the stream, ask him all the questions, talk about, like, I guess I want to reminisce about when I went over to Hong Kong and flew with Trappy. He's an absolute legend, a really, really cool dude. It is currently 7 a.m. in Hong Kong right now, so he's going to be a little bit sleepy maybe, so we're getting, I said, okay, look, 8 o'clock, that'll be a good time for you. He works like an absolute maniac, but and he does a lot for a hobby as well, and he probably does a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't understand. I know he sponsors a lot of FPV events, and TBS is just an awesome, amazing FPV company. So we're going to be getting all the goss on that, and especially talking about Tracer as well, because look, to be honest, I don't know very much about Tracer at all. I know the name, and it's 2.4, and that is about it. So I can't wait to find out about that. Abdul is saying, do you ever think there'll be a single motor drone? Now here's the problem with the single motor drone. They're already out there, and they often use a lot of fins and everything to control which way. I think, what do they call that sort of thrust? It's where you can control the direction of the thrust. Vector thrusting, maybe, could be possibly the name of it. They're just extremely... They're much more complicated, and their flight characteristics aren't nearly as stable as just a four what do you call it? Like a quad. A drone with 4 propellers. So yeah, so I don't think that we'll ever have some of those, especially, and they're going to be more expensive as well. So for little our commercial enjoyment use, that's not going to be happening. Bobby Bragg says, I crashed into some bleachers today on my first pack. Thank God I was only just a set of props, and I was back in the air doing flippy flops. All right, I don't know what bleachers are. We don't. I don't think we have. I don't know what they are. They like the stands or something at a football game or something? I'm not too sure there. Random FPV says, ask Trap what's his favorite sausage and swimwear for me to wear. All right, we can ask Trappy that. So that is from Random. Thank you very much for getting your questions. We're probably going to push for a lot of Trappy questions later when we get closer to the show. In a minute, we're going to be calling my mother. Gunner351 is saying variable pitched props is what they use. Yeah, mate, maybe a single-bladed drone, it's just called a helicopter? Gunner351, big shout out to him back at work. I hope you're enjoying the what you're doing there, my friend. Thanks for tuning in, still listening to the show. Big shout out to your boss there as well. And that beanbag for Charlie, doing absolutely wonders. He's loving it. Look, he's poking his little head up there. If you want some amazing beanbag sewn up or just some awesome, I guess, what would you call it, soft furniture work, hit Gunner up. They make some really, really cool stuff. You might have seen it before on the show. We've got bleachers are the stands. That's coming in from Fitz Flights. Okay, so maybe that's an American there. Well, definitely we don't really... I don't know. Why can't you just call them stands? Anyway, Toxic is saying, ask Trappy, when are they going to make digital videos so we can all ignore DJI? That's a great question. We can ask him that. Pretty sure I'm going to know what the answer is going to be. And Gamer Drones is saying, hey Stu, ask your mum what names were you going to name Stu if he was a girl when he was born? All right. Well, mate, how do you know? Oh, wait, that's it. Why didn't that copy? I like it. I like it. Thank you very much. Game of Drones. All right there. And Gunner saying, yeah, mate, back at it. Thanks again for the shout out. We got Jeremiah Blackwell saying single prop drone equals a plane. Yes, that's right. And man, we've even got those gliders, zero props drone. Very interesting. All right there. Where's Grumpy Trev these days? That's coming in from Lee Kitching. And Grumpy Trev, mate, I caught up with him last week. Well, it's Monday today here in Oz. Exactly, well, 8 days ago, I went flying with Trev. We were going to go flying yesterday together, but the wife being so inconsiderate, well, she kind of caught up with her friends, and I think that's fair enough because we've been in lockdown for a long time, and yeah, so it was, even though it was a gorgeous day outside, she went and caught up with her friends for the first time in months. So yeah, I looked after the kids, and no flying for me yesterday, even though the weather was absolutely glorious. All right, Random as well, thank you for tagging me. Makes it easier. If you wanted me to read something out, you want to make sure that I don't miss it, either a super chat or a donation, of course we always catch up on those, but also if you tag me with @UAVPoOCHES or you put UAVPoOCHES in your question, it makes it so then it is highlighted for me to read. When I'm looking on here, I can see when you're asking me something. I want to answer all your drone questions, find out what is going to be the right drone for you as well. Rand was asking my mum, can you please... Okay. Sorry about that noise. That noise is a donation noise for Mr. Indy Jones CJ for using that link. Man, I forgot to put the heart rate monitor on as well. I can't believe that. We can probably do that now in a second if you give me 2 seconds. He says, I knew I forgot something, but Mr. Indy Jones CJ, and I'm going to put your name in this list twice, my friend, for this giveaway. Thank you for using that link. Mr. Indy Jones CJ. Probably scared some other people as well by putting that in. He says, hey Stu, I put a iLook Plus camera on my baby croc. I couldn't believe the picture I got back from it. It's better than any analog camera I've used, like flying through a Hero 4. Trying new things with these drones is pretty fun. Old school equipment is still good to use. What do you mean you put an iLook Plus camera on there? I'm gonna have a Google of that. iLook Plus camera. Put some Okay, but okay. So you're saying you hooked up one of these, and we've got this little bit of ad. I'm watching a video here. This is from 2017. I'll show you on screen share as soon as this ad for some chef thing goes through. I don't know what they're talking about. All right, it's a Panadol ad, guys. So when you've got a headache, let's have a look. All right, it's one of these. If I go to my screen share, put one of these in. Let's have a look. The problem is, one thing, it might look a bit better because it probably is using a GoPro lens, but does he show you what the image actually looks like? Here we go. All right. And I wonder how much latency there is though between. Oh, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Okay, interesting stuff. Going to be a little bit heavy. It's probably not going to be for everybody's cup of tea. It's definitely not going to be fitting into a race drone, but yeah, very surprising. I think we used to fly around with GoPros back in the day before we had our specialized equipment, little FPV cams. But Kevin Smith is asking a question for Trappy. So TBS Mambo reported on FPV guide. Okay, we can ask that as well. We can ask Trappy all the leak questions. We'll see what he says. We get to ask him directly. And Roscoe Stick says, "Hey Stu, I bumped into Jono yesterday at the supermarket, and yes, I had my quad bag on. That is pretty cool." So there we go, wingman Jono. Someone spotted him out in the wild, mate. You got to get me a picture and get him to give me some thumbs up. Did you tell him to get a haircut because his hair has gone absolutely wild? Zenry Corp as well. Is saying use good positive force reinforcement. Stu the teacher comes through. Did I? I can't even remember what I was saying, but thanks for being here. Thanks for just tuning in to the stream. I wonder how many people we got watching right now. So let's see right now. We've got 97 people watching, streaming for 100 people, and we've got 29 likes and 1 dislike. You watch. We can change this right now. I'm going to say every single person out there, if you are watching, press that thumbs up button or the thumbs down button, but press that thumbs up button because it does help me out a little bit. I reckon we can get that to 80 thumbs up in I was going to say 30 seconds, but that noise. Oh gosh, it's Joe as well saying, "Stu, you were the reason I started FPV. I recently picked up a set of the SkyZone O2Cs, and I was really torn between those and the EV300Ds. Which would you prefer?" My friend, you have. Let's get these on the screen. Let's show the Eachine 300Ds. Eachine 300D. Let's have a look here. That is these goggles. And let's get this in US dollars. Let's see, make this USD. $327.90 for a pair of these goggles. And let me tell you, my friend, boom shakalaka, Shaquille O'Neal, here he is. These goggles right here are nowhere near as good as SkyZone's, and I think the long term is the screen. Like, they had a lot of features. Yeah, they did dual diversity, but there is a reason, day in, day out, that I go flying with the SkyZone. SkyZone's some of the best goggles on the market. Like, if we scroll down here and have a look at these are my #1 goggle of choice. I've got the O2Xs, and I would happily fly around with the O2Cs because really the only difference here is this little front camera part does not work on the O2Cs. It only works on the O2Xs, and how many times have I used that? Once when I was mucking around playing paper, scissors, rock with Jono. The rest of the time, these goggles, they work well. I'm sure a lot of people can say in the chat as well. Look, SkyZone's hell yeah. SkyZone's all the way, man. SkyZone O2C's better. Yeah, SkyZone gang. SkyZone's from Kiz Bartlett. SkyZone from RS7. Like, okay, I think that's enough of an indication from the audience we've got here that SkyZone is so much better, and they're kind of my top goggle brand of choice. I love using SkyZone. I love how they fit my face. I love how you get 2 face plates. I love that they listen to the community. They put in power switches when we said, hey, you should put in a power switch, and look at this. They just redesigned their entire goggle lineup to include a module bay, which we have been asking for a long time. You know, like, hey, we'd love SkyZones, but if only they put a module bay in there. Oh, what have they done? They made us an adapter, so you could take a you could take your modules and still connect it to the original Sky Zones. And then that was in the interim. And then their latest goggles, the 04Xs, hey, what do you know? They have inbuilt module bays with an amazing module in there as well. Now, would I be getting the Sky Zone 04Xs though? That becomes a lot more tricky. Those goggles, they are about I think they're $499, plus you're still going to buy antennas, and that's more pricey. That's getting very close to jumping over to the digital side of things, as some people would say the dark side, or I'm not too sure. Different people have different thoughts on that. But yeah, overall, look, if you got the SkyZone O2Cs, give yourself a pat on the back. I hope my videos helped push you in that direction as well, because you are going to have a better experience. Please let me know. RS7 Driver says, I think UAV Futures only like SkyZone because the auto feature scan is so accessible. No, don't even get me started about auto scan there. RS7 Driver, you absolute nutter. Look, JFPV saying Stu auto cans as well. Bluzbub FPV says another for Stu's red Sky Zone, so he agrees with them as well. Man, a lot of people on this. We've got J Dot, he's saying auto scan, what's up? Well, to J Dot FPV, I would say giddy up, my friend, and then I'd have a giggle after it. We've got Sai as well saying, what is a good 3-inch drone for freestyle? And of course, I'm going to answer that. But first, I'm just going to say a big shout out. Thank you very much, Blizzard FPV, for your support, man. Every single dollar really does make a difference, especially lately when it's been a bit tough to get out and get flying and with mental health. And I honestly don't think the channel would still be here without the support of people like you, especially through these streams lately that have just really come together and helped keep UAV Futures going and sharing this message of FPV with as many people as we can. So thank you very much. I'm going to put your name in the draw, my friend. Let's have a look here. Blizzard FPV. 2 so that is for this bad boy. We'll be drawing that sometime in the show as well. That is a Hawk 5 Pro. And Johnny DRC is saying, logged into Streamlabs and won't let me donate. Sorry, he had to use YouTube, but give Charlie a treat. Johnny DRC, I'm going to say thank you so much, my friend. Please don't be sorry at all. Man, if I could spell right. Johnny DRC. And we'll give Charlie a treat. What we're going to do, we're going to call my mum actually on the phone. So I need everybody put a little question down. We'll ring my mum, and then we can jump on with our daily dose of Donny. That's for you, Charlie. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, that's really delicious, thank you. Alright, man, jumping back to this one. Bit of breakfast in bed there, Charlie. He was enjoying the sun before he came in here, but he gave it up to come inside, I guess, and get some treats. My favourite 3-inch for freestyle. You know, there's a couple, but I did really like I love the Diatone 349, right? It just goes like a cut cat. It is insane with speed and power. There's some good little Armaton 3-inch drones. I know they've made some, what is it, it's not the Badger. What's the name of the 3-inch Armaton one? As well as there's some Catalyst Machine 3 inches. And I think an oldie but a goodie, like XJB, it's just a drone that keeps on going. It's just, I don't know, the XJB from HGLRC, it's about $145, and it is absolutely a rock solid. All right, we've got Fitzflight says, Stu's mum, what's the best way to cook an egg? Scrambled, soft-boiled, easy, or sunny side up? All right, we can ask her that. Seems like there's a few cooking questions for my mother. Ask Stu's mum. Let's do this, and then let's do it. Has my mum ever smoked the devil's lettuce? All right, I don't know what that is, but I guess we'll ask her and see what she says, eh? If mum have to auto scan, what would her favourite roast dinner be? That's from Drunken Bullet. All right, she's not even going to know what we're talking about right there. Let's do it. And Viper FPV saying there's rumours there's a new DJI goggle coming out, and also Urkel confirmed that they're working on a HD solution as well. That's pretty cool. Hawker, if you're ever watching this, or if someone has a contact at Orca, mate, can I test your goggles out? I'm happy. Can I just try a unit to have a go of them and then send them back? That's what I would like to do. But I thought I had an Orca email contact, but who knows? That was a couple of years ago, and I haven't been a bit of radio silence towards me at the moment, so I don't know what's happening. And has my mum ever flown FPV? That's from Private Island. We're going to call her on the phone. You guys know what time it is. It's time for me to see if I can copy paste this question. That would be why can't I come on, mouse skills. How long have you been using a computer for, Stuart? Oh, about 3 weeks. Still not working. Gosh. I think I've broken my mouse. What is happening? There we go. There we go. All right, and Game of Drones are saying, I got to get into drawing UAV futures forever. Oh, into the drawing. Yep. Sure, man. I'll add you. Thank you very much, Game of Drones. Good luck. We'll be drawing that in about 1 hour's time. We're going to be drawing 2 prizes, actually. So every single person here will be in the draw, and also as a separate draw. So here, everyone's going to go in the draw for this bad boy. And we also have this one out to you, legends. Thank you very much for using those Streamlabs or donation links as well. So that's the Hawk 5 Pro. But let's do it. Jay's saying it equals the 420 meat pie. We're going to be calling my mum right now. Let's buzz her on the phone. It's time for Ask Stu's Mum. We ring up my mum and ask her questions. And it's a great time for me too in the week because, yeah, I mean, it's been nice to ask my mum a whole bunch of questions that I probably, you know, wouldn't ask all the time anyway. You know, things, whatever you guys are talking about, devil's lettuce or something like that. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Oh, that's if she's going to answer. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's ringing. That's a good sign.
Darling.
Mother dearest, how are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. Congratulations on being allowed to walk around Victoria a bit more, move around.
Thank you. So, yes, it was a long slog, but yeah, we can actually go out. We still got to all wear our masks and everything like that. We get a fine.
It's a small price to pay.
That's it. I agree. So, no,
the rest of the world's looked at Victoria really good on how to really.
Okay, we're getting too political here, Mum. We're gonna move on.
Yep. Okay.
But how have you been anyway?
Good. It's been a political weekend.
It has, absolutely. Our first one is coming in. Actually, I'm going to ask this one. Donny sent through $5 just to ask you this question. And he says, hey, Mum, how was your weekend? And Stu, I'll be home in 30 minutes. So how was your weekend there, Mum?
It was really good. Sat glued to the US television, of course.
Isn't it funny? The whole world was doing that. So, yeah.
Yep, loved it.
All right, it was very, very interesting. I agree. I did watch a lot of the news. It was kind of like watching your favorite soap opera or something. It was pretty crazy. Who knew I'd be finally interested in politics? Plummet.
Old.
Plummet. Yeah, I know. Plummet as well. Thank you very much. He's saying he made it to the stream. I'm adding your name to the list right now. Plummet FPV. Man, we're getting a lot of donations coming in, and Sai is saying, "What's the price for the giveaway, mate?" There's no prize there. This one is for everyone, and this one was just for anybody who sent through any little donation, just something a little bit extra to say, "Hey, thanks for those guys." But I'm going to add you guys to the list. Mum, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yep.
All right. So I really like this one. Right, this one is from RS7 Driver, and he says, "Which do you think is the most important? Do you think it is most important to be honesty, kindness, or fairness?"
Oh, well, they're all really good.
Yeah, most important.
The best would be kindness.
Yep, I agree. We used to have this saying at school where it was on the fridge, actually, at the school where I worked, where you'd tell kids, like, being fair doesn't mean everyone gets the same thing. Being fair means everyone gets what they need. And I thought that was a pretty good quote.
Yep.
All right. And yeah, I agree with kindness. Look, honesty, mate, I tell the kids about Santa Claus and stuff, so that's, is that being honest? I don't know. This one from Grumpy FPV, Mother Dearest. Do you like Bob Dylan?
Yeah, don't mind Bob Dylan. I must say I haven't played him for a while, but yes, back in the 80s, very popular on the jukebox at the pub.
Why don't you play him today? You should do yourself a favour, put on an old album and enjoy it.
I will. It's just a matter of sometimes you forget about these people till somebody like now just mentions it. I really used to like his song. What was it about a boxer? Hurricane.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Kiz Bartlett would like to know, hey mum, what's your top gardening tips?
Now that's interesting because I was just given a garden tip which I didn't know about.
Okay.
As your viewers may know, I live in a complex or a condo or whatever the equivalent is around the world, so not a big garden, and I have pots. And I had a girlfriend round to have coffee, and I was just saying, "Oh, my tomatoes, nothing's growing well in the pot." And what it is up here in Queensland, because it's so hot where I live, the soil was really heating up. She said, "Put your finger in the pot," and the soil was really warm, and it's cooking the roots of the plant, even though I was watering it.
Yep.
So I went to the local hardware store and bought some of that kids' artificial backyard
Grass.
Thank
Yep,
you,
yep.
on the back. And we wrapped that around the outside of the pot, and it was a plastic pot, and put drills through it and put electrical cable ties to tie it on around the pot, and it has improved everything out of sight.
There we go. So there's some good tips. Maybe I could even use that if I want to plant some tomatoes or some gardening.
Put mulch on the top to stop it drying out.
All right. We've got this one, and people want to know. So this one's from Game of Drones. So, hey Stu, what were you going to name me if I was born a girl? What would have been my name? So instead of Stuart, what would have you called me?
Yes. I really
Oh,
like.
maybe we shouldn't even say this. People are going to tell me this. People are going to, hey, blah 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 in the chat. I just know that this is going to come back to bite me.
I like the names Jennifer
Okay.
and Alison. As in full. I don't like the name Jenny. It was Jennifer.
Okay.
Alison. I think Alison was the number one. And
Great.
Alison was after a song by, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name now. Alison, what from the Detectives? Who sang that?
I don't know. This is probably some old person thing. We should ask Russ. Russ is pretty good. If you need any questions about history or something in the last 4,000 years, he's lived through it. So,
and Jennifer came from the Eurythmics. It was a song on the radio at the time, yeah.
All right, we've got J.GettyUp FPV. He is asking, please ask Mum, why is there a D in fridge, but there's no D in refrigerator?
That's just crazy, isn't it? That's that silly English language.
Yeah, that's it.
Or you can have a knight in shining armour with a K, and the nighttime is an N. It hasn't got the K.
Look at you learning about silent letters. I'm so proud of you. Your report card A+ there, mother. You'd be in red reading group if you're in my grade. Okay. We're moving on. This one is Fitzflight just says, hey, what's the best way to cook an egg? What's the best type of egg? Scrambled, boiled, poached, you know?
Oh, I had scrambled eggs yesterday for breakfast. I like scrambled eggs, yeah. In fact, fried eggs are my least favourite.
Yep, I would agree there. All right, this one we're getting a bit, this one's from McBooger, and he has just, Scotty McBooger, he has said, has Mum ever smoked the devil's lettuce?
Marijuana, yeah.
Oh, God.
Mary Jane.
Yeah, so, and there was that time when it was legal, right, Mum? And no laws were broken. Let's not...
Not as much as what you think, though.
Okay, all right. We're just going to move on from there. My mother, who is an old lady who does sewing and likes to go to the library and do some gardening right there. Maybe it's not tomatoes that she says she's growing. Drunken Bullet says, if Mum had to auto scan, what would her favourite roast dinner be? Favourite roast?
Favourite roast dinner? I love them all. Probably leg of lamb.
All right, and we're going to ask an FPV question. So, have you ever flown FPV?
Hang on, what's auto scan? How's that?
Look. Now you've got my mum asking what auto scan. Auto scan is. Do you know what the word means when someone gets a bit triggered? Did you know what that means?
Triggered.
Yeah. No. So if I said, it's like something that really, if someone just happens to say something about a topic that they really have a strong opinion on, and they can't help but like just kind of, even if you're trying to ignore it, it catches them and you've got to bite back and be like, that's how I feel about auto scan. So auto scan is when people press a button on their drones and it will say, hey, you're on this channel, so you get your video picture. But it's like you shouldn't trust it because it often gives you an incorrect reading, which means you're going to crash your drone. So I always say don't auto scan. I get very triggered when people talk about auto scanning. They like to throw that in there just to so I start ranting like I am now. Anyway, And hey, this one's from Private Islands FPV. Says, has your mum ever flown FPV?
I've done it once with Stuart when I went down to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. It was at the time, my memory is it was a bit disorientating looking through the goggles and you're flying around, but it was fun. And I hope now that Victoria's open, we'll be able to catch up after Christmas and I'll do it again with you.
Yeah, that'd be great. It'll be fantastic to take you out and fly around. What I do need is a second set of DJI goggles because that is really going to. That's like a digital technology. We're still stuck on analog for most of the hobby, but there is one company that does a digital solution, and it is significantly more impressive. It's just about 3 times the price, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
All right, other people saying live stream that. They love to do that. Hey, maybe would you like to do a live stream with my mum? I'm going to throw my mum under the bus here. Mum, would you come and sit here in front of the camera with me and talk for 2 hours to these people?
About 2 hours, I think they'd be awfully bored of listening to me, but I'm more than
Yeah,
happy.
you're probably right there, old lady.
A little disappearance. I can hold up a quilt that I've done.
Too easy. Maybe you can come in and just wave to everybody or
Yes,
something
yes,
like
I'm
that.
more than happy to do that.
All right, I'm going to jump back and I think I'm going to be talking about some drone stuff to these people. But I just hope you have a fantastic day, Mum. We'll have to do a FaceTime soon so you can see the grandkids and have a chat to them and that sort of stuff. What have you got on for the rest of the week before I let you go and we get back to these drones?
I won't be here next week. We're going away for a week. So I won't be here I remember next Monday. But this week I've got some appointments to follow up on.
Okay.
So bits and pieces, and I'm sewing one of your children a quilt for their birthday. So I'm doing that.
Thank you very much. Hey, you'd be happy to hear. It was nice. We went to the park yesterday, and the eldest one was just riding her little bike over all the little bike jumps and hills and everything like that with some other kids, and yeah, she was really loving it. It was really cute.
Oh, lovely! So good to be able to get out.
It is, yeah. It was nice just for her to have some social friends that will make some little friends at the park and play with them.
You
So
all
it was cool.
deserve it. It's fantastic.
All right. I hope you have a fantastic day. I love you a lot. Thank you for doing this part of the stream. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up on the video. If you didn't enjoy it, not really into that. If you didn't, what would you say to those people who didn't enjoy it, Mum? Bad luck?
No, I'd say, what can I do to improve it?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Very kind. All right, Mother. Well, I love you, and I will speak to you, I guess, maybe later this week, and definitely next week for
Well, no, not
Stu's
next
mum.
week. I won't be here next week. Remember, we're going away.
Did you tell me that?
Yes, I just
Oh,
called
that. Oh, wait, you just told me now.
No, I told you about a minute ago. I said we're not here next week, so won't be able to call me next Monday.
All right, all right.
We're going up to Agnes Water.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but all right.
Beautiful.
No, no worries. All right, thanks, Mum. I'll probably try and call you next week anyway, and then the chat will remind me that, oh, no, that's right, you're not there.
I'll be in the car driving.
Okay, all right. Bye, Mum.
And bye-bye all your viewers.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye, lovely. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, and she's even hung up on me. She's getting into this technology. So there was Stu's Mum, where we asked my mum some questions. In about 15 minutes' time, we're going to be ringing Trappy himself, asking him a bunch of questions about Tracer, about TBS, how did it get started, what I want to find out, what is Tracer, what advantages does it offer, all that sort of stuff. I can move this off the screen, and I actually have to add a couple of super chats here that I had missed while I was talking to my mum. So Abdul, it says, oh, what was our first, we did ask about her FPV experience. I guess I didn't ask that, but she did explain that. So that was from Abdul. Thank you very much there, Abdul 3, and putting your name in the list as well. And Scrotary McBooger Balls. Is the R9 a decent option for long range? Now, are you asking me that, or are you asking Trappy that? Because I know they're going to be two very different answers. I would say, if just on the FrSky brand aside, if you're going to be flying around a long range, I would probably pick R9 over traditional 2.4, but it wouldn't be my first long range of choice. I know a lot of people, R9 can be a bit of a pain to set up. I don't like the way FrSky treats their consumers, and they try to lock people out of their firmware and hardware and their receivers and changing protocols, and it doesn't really seem to be on they're not on our side. That's how I feel anyway. So I would say that Crossfire, and this isn't just because Trappy's coming on the show today, although I did wear a TBS t-shirt for him. Let's see if he notices. I better make sure he says, hey, I'll ask him, did you like my shirt? But yeah, I would say, look, R9, if you've already got R9, I would choose that over traditional 2.4. If you've got the option to go a Crossfire, though, I think you're going to be much, much happier with doing that. JFBV saying, now Stu got his mum auto scanning too. Kiz Bartlett just says, for Trappy, not a question, it's just awesome to know that one of the biggest FPV manufacturers has seen clip that. Glad you enjoy the videos. All right, I'll read that out to Trappy as well. If you've got some questions for Trappy, please let us know. Put those, because we're going to be asking him if you want to know all about Tracer. If you've got some TBS questions, how they started, what Tracer is, how did he start Crossfire, how long's he been in the business for, what's FPV scene like in Hong Kong. Like, if you want to get, I'm not going to say the dirt, but if you want to get the goss, the real chat with Trappy, he's going to be on here. He's a super cool dude who I'm pretty sure is up for answering what we ask him. So yeah, we'll ask him a whole bunch. I'm really excited to have him on the stream. And Riot9 is saying, where do you mount the R9? You mount it in the trash. Okay. Roscoe Stick says R9, you put it straight in the bin. Gee, we're getting bits of slanderous there towards Free Sky. Let's see. David FPV is asking, is the Tango 2 V4 PCB with Tracer built in? All right. Is that what you want me to... I'm going to just... I can ask him that. I wonder if Donny's here too, because we need to do our daily dose of Donny. This stream might run for a little bit more, actually. Like, how long have we been running for? We're up to 44 minutes. 114 people watching. I bet you if we can get 100 likes, actually, we're at 74 right now, we can get that. I heard that makes Trappy get ready even faster, so he's going to be on the stream in about 10 minutes time. So let's do it. Press that thumbs up button, and then we can summon him. Trappy, if you've been playing Phasmophobia, I summon thee. Give me a sign. Are you here? Are you going to be ready? Generally, just having some fun. Let's see. Henry says, does the FPV for $100 come for 2020? No, we need one. I don't think that there's going to be there's not going to be a 2020 build. Maybe there might be a 2021 build though. Things might have moved along where we can make a I don't want to say everything, but it seems to be that you guys keep asking for it, so we might have to do an updated version. Probably won't be for 2020. If you jump over UAVPOOCHES though, and there is a budget recommendation build of some stuff here, which probably might even need a little bit updating because it's a couple of months old now. But if I go here to screen share, this right here, this first article, it's just some recommendations for the best cheap drone worth building. So there you go. I think that worth building part is probably the important part. JFBV sent it through some love. It says, when am I coming to the US to rip some packs? You know what? That would probably be... That'd be a cool fundraiser, right? We organize like a... I don't know how much it costs to get some flights and accommodation for. How long would I have to be there for? 3 weeks? Traveling around to different places and just doing FPV, meeting. It'd be pretty cool to map out all these different places and say, hey, I'll be here. Can I crash at this place for a few days, and this place, and this place, and this place, and just go ripping packs? That would be like the ultimate road trip. Probably not, though. I've got such young kids. I would miss my family a little bit, but it definitely, we're going to make it over there 1 year. 1 year, that is for sure. Big FPV says, Stu, will it work with KISS keychain? I'm not sure. What are you asking there, Big? Will what work? I don't know what that. I don't actually. If we're talking about the KISS flight controllers and stuff and ESCs, I don't know anything anymore about KISS. Like, it's been years since I've touched any KISS equipment. Drunga Bullet is saying, ask Trappy if you could auto scan, what type of sausage would it be? If Tracer could auto scan, what type of sausage would it be? All right. And let's see, Stu come down for Flight Fest. Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. If you know the guys at Flight Fest, please send them an email saying, hey, you should catch up with Stu from UAVPOOCHES and blah, 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 blah. That would be probably one of the ultimate meetups ever that I could go to. If there was ever an FPV or aviation event, that would be it. Double A is asking Trappy where the old banner is, and is it up for grabs? Okay, I will just... I don't even know what... This is obviously a lot of things that I don't understand that we're asking Trappy. What are your thoughts on motors from KO Technologies? Let's have a Google now. So maybe let's have a look. What are these motors? Oh, they look pretty cool. All right. But of course, it's very hard to tell if I go to screen share. So these are the motors right here. The ultimate performance for 5-inch and 6-inch racer. I don't know. I like their I don't know what you call it, like how the bell is sitting at, like, I think it's a cool looking design, but I guess it's going to be hard to tell. Oh, and they've even got some nice colored. Well, you guys can't see that, but the windings inside. I've said an ESC underneath. I don't think I like that idea. Yeah, well, I guess they're okay. I actually don't have any experience with them though, so I can't tell you if they're good or if they're bad. I've never flown a drone with those on there. Abdul too, sending through some love. Let me put your name in the draw right here. Got Jay's name in there and Abdul. Fastest motor for a 5-inch 4S. Well, I think it's more about the prop. The fastest if you're actually just going for flat out speed, you're probably going to want a 29,000 kV motor. No, 29 to 2,000. My gosh, don't go 20. Let me restate. 2,900 kV. There we go. Yeah, otherwise, it's going to be going to the moon. But yeah, a 2,900 kV motor. On a 4S 5-inch prop is probably going to be where it's at. You wouldn't really want to go any higher. That makes sure you've got some really chunky ESCs, and then you could just be spending a lot of money on some motors. Probably something from T-Motor, or if you really are to get the fastest, you're probably going to be spending a lot of money. Maybe the turbine motors from Korea Rear as well. They are a very, very nice motor. Of course, we've got Scooter File. He's saying, ask Trappy, does he like your shirt? All right, I can do that. And thank you very much, Scooter, for using the Streamlabs link as well. I'm going to add your name twice here and put that in. And it just means YouTube takes less of a cut when you use that Streamlabs link. Otherwise, YouTube takes 30 to 40% when you're using some super chats. Okay, Matty T's FPV's just joined us as well. We're just about to ring Trappy in 5 minutes time. I told him I wouldn't ring him before the o'clock though, because that gives him a little bit of time to get ready. I don't want to be one of those guests that rings him 8 minutes early or anything like that. We're going to be ringing Trappy. It looks like in about 7 minutes time we'll have him on the blower, on the phone, or maybe even video chat. Hopefully we can get that working and finding out what he's doing. We did give it a little bit of a practice call last night. I rang him. He answered. He was on the subway. Cruising around. It was crazy the reception he was getting inside the train as well. Alright, Toxic is saying it just looked, and it says micro is the one to get for that radio, which is the same that goes in my TX16S. We've got Noid FPV. Henry is asking, do you think the Nazgul 4S is worthy or should I wait for your guide? The Nazgul is around $160. Mate, just go the Nazgul. It comes built, it's reliable, it's just an awesome little drone right there. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's an awesome freestyle sort of drone that you're going to enjoy. Slap a GoPro to it. It's just going to punch a hole in the sky. The only thing I didn't like about the Nazgul, like, it's not the most efficient quad. It is a little bit hungry on the batteries. And I know when I flew around on the 4S version, I threw a 5S on there. It could definitely take it, and it screamed on 5S. But it just sucked those batteries like you wouldn't believe. Of course, coming up too, we're going to be doing Daily Dose of Donny. After we have our chat with Trappy, and also we need to, of course, we're going to round out the stream with some episodes of Clip That, It's Clip That, yeah, which is some of the most inappropriate Clip That videos you have ever seen. Let's see, Toxic saying, have no idea, man, if you're Goggle, it should be easy to read. I don't think so, but I honestly don't know. I'm not too sure what you mean there, Toxic. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. And Matthew Blows sending through some love as well. What's going on, Matty? Henny's saying, I love the live stream, brother. Mate, it's, this is for you. Like, that's why we make these. Matt, let me just add your name here. Let's see. As well. I keep forgetting that E. And Blizzard FPV says, ask Trappy about his thoughts on Lynch pin collapsed dodecahedron frame. Alright. I will do that. I can't copy paste that because it's coming straight from there, but yep, sure. I will ask him that. I don't even know if that is actually a frame, but it's gonna be interesting right there. But Matthew, as well. Oh, we've got to give Charlie a snack for you, Blizzard. Let me do that. Here you go, Charlie. Matt, I want to say I'm glad you're enjoying the stream because that's exactly why we do this. This is your stream. This is designed for you guys to just kick back, relax, grab yourself a cup of coffee. Grab yourself, I should say, a cup of... Don't just grab yourself. Get yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a beer, a nice refreshing beverage, whatever you want to partake in. This is where we're just going to talk drones, hang out, have some fun, making your day a little bit better. It could be stuck at work. That noise, I'm going to finish this sentence. You could be looking after the kids and you've got an earbud in. Maybe you're going to sleep and you're just listening to some FPV things. Maybe you're just kicking back and you're here typing, engaging, asking questions. Whatever it is, this is your stream. You deserve to have a good day and to be here. My whole thing is not only getting people into FPV, but I want you to have a good time for you as well. Why? Because you guys deserve it. You are awesome. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Zenry Corp has also said, enjoy the doggo treat. So here you go, Charlie. Here's another one, little pooch. As well as that spooky noise that's come through. Oh, yeah, that's spooky noise. Yeah, it's a doggo treat. All right, I'm going to add your name twice. And Abdul is saying, any suggestions for the stack for the 29,000 kV motors? You know what? Maybe a HD LRC Titan stack. I think they've got like a 50 amp or a 60 amp ESC version. Zenicorp. Let me add that here. As well as, let's see, Abdul. 3. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I think... I don't know, what stack would you guys use? I think definitely if you're going to be using 22,900 kV motors on a 5-inch, probably wanting a 50, 60 amp normal, maybe up to like a 70 or 80 amp burst. Yes, it's going to be expensive though. You're going to be, the more money, the higher the amp rating, the more and more price you have to pay. Jay's asking me, what's the next stream goal? I'm not too sure actually. We'll have to work on that together. Linchpin is some... crap, RR is pushing. That's from Carlos FPV. Do you want me to have a Google on that? All right. I'll Google this. What do I think about this frame? Let's have a look here. The linchpin frame. $45. What does this do? What is this? What do you do with this? The linchpin frame. An exciting new fundamental building block on which our reality is created. Man, I like buzzwords as much as you guys. This kit contains the parts necessary to construct your very own linchpin drone frame, so you can enjoy us in exploring the ending possibilities of this discovery. Terrence's Flying Linchpin Competition. Okay, and you win a prize. Maybe it's just for let me Google this. I don't like Googling things I don't know live on stream. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Josh has just spoken about this a little bit ago. Looks like he's made a video on it. Let's see. Is there like a short version of this bud? Oh, wait, that says live in 6 days. Okay, so never mind. All right, so I don't even know what that's about. If you guys can tell me that in there. Stewie, that is one big microphone. Yeah, thanks, my friend. I'm not overcompensating. Leave me alone, all right? It's just how it's the only one they had. Let's have a look here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got a message from Trappy. He says, "Yo, I'm just stuck in traffic. I should arrive around 3 minutes past 8. What should we say back to him? What should we respond to there to Trappy?" So we'll find that out. He says, "Boom." Well, oh, boom arrived. Look how quick that was. I didn't even read his message at 3:51. So there, and now he's here. He's ready. Look at that. What a legend. And what time we got? 11 a.m. So Trappy, if well, nice. Nice. What a professional. Definitely not part of the UAV Futures crew or ethos. So Trappy, I'm disappointed. How dare you be so organized, on time, 11 o'clock, saying, you ready? Have you learnt nothing from my streams? You always got to turn up a little bit late. When you go out to the field, make sure you forget your GoPro battery or an SD card. You leave your drones at home, possibly your batteries for your quads. Oh, you've forgotten your keys. Where's my wallet? I slept in. Sorry, I'm going to be late, Trevor. I'm just brushing my teeth, Jono. I'll be there in 2 seconds. All right, let's go. Who's ready to do some flying? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it started to rain now. Wait, it's dark already? Okay, so there we go. He says, ready when you are. Now, I am going to try here. Give me a second. It's time for Asking Trappy about Tracer. If you've got questions as well for TBS, this is where we're going to be putting them. I just want to make sure I'm all caught up on that. Yes, I am. And I'm going to try this. Okay, calling now. Let's hope this works. I'm going to need maybe just a minute here of patience from you guys. Let's see what happens. Something went wrong. No joke. No joke. This is what my computer says. Check this out. Whoo! Okay. Let's have a look here. Hang on. Let me see. God. Something went wrong. Brilliant. Screen share. This is just what we want. Perfect. Okay, let me try again. I wonder if it's because I'm using Doggo Cam. If I go to, gee, how am I going to do this? Let's have a look here. Why is that not calling? Something went wrong. Try restarting Chrome or restarting your computer. Maybe if I go to... How am I going to organize... Well, this worked last night when I rang Trappy. Right, if I go here... Let's have a look. Let's see. If I click on interview. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know how it works. I hate having people on our stream because it's such a mess with OBS. It it feels like 4 a.m. It's 8. Yeah. Yeah, I have this one rule that I don't have alarm clocks. So like even today I was like if I don't wake up then it's not meant to be. So I woke up by myself. So it's not too bad, but normally I wake up around 10 to 11. No sugar. I switched from Red Bull to this because it doesn't have sugar. It's called Celsius. Mm-mm. I actually put Jimmy on it. Yeah. In one sentence, it's Crossfire on 2.4. So everything that you know about Crossfire, um, but we put it onto a 2.4 link, which gives us the ability to speed up the refresh rate at the cost of range. So it's basically less range but higher speed. Hmm. Correct. Yeah, it has less latency and it has less higher frame rate. So that means it updates faster and it updates more per second. So I guess I'm in charge of your screen now. uh, all right. Yeah, yeah. So Stu is working on fixing the audio. I'm gonna have a look. It's called FPV Mix, right? And do you stream on YouTube?
Add source. Let's have a look. This. Boom shakalaka. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please, please.
This People are saying the stream has never sounded so good. Oh, they love you, man.
Well, see, that's one thing. That's what my audience knows, mate. Like, this is when you PM'd me right at 11 o'clock, and you were like, man, Trappy, how dare you? Look, you're on time. Bang, on there, professional. I was like, that's not how the stream works. You're supposed to forget everything. You're supposed to be a little bit late. Like, you do an interview with no audio. That's what it is. So, Essentially, we might even start from the start, Trappy. What I did ask, what was Tracer? So can you give us a too long didn't read version? Because I know you kind of went through it before in case some people were following along. But what is Tracer? For anybody who doesn't know, it's a new product that TBS has made. It goes back in the back of your radio. It's like a little what do you call those things? A little module.
It's a radio module, yeah. So you can plug it into the back of pretty much any radio. It comes in two different sizes. We have the nano and the micro. So the nano fits into your X Lite, into your X9 Lite, or into the Tango 2. And then the micro TX would fit into your JR radio.
And what is the advantage of why should I buy a TBS Tracer unit?
Well, if you don't already have Crossfire, it's worth looking into whether you are going to fly only with mini quads. So if you're just flying with mini quads, the range is probably going to be enough, and the higher update rate is going to give you better control. If you already have Crossfire, in my opinion, I don't recommend to switch unless you're a racer.
All right. And so what advantages does it have for racing right there?
For racing, racing is all about performance. So it's all about finger memory, and the more update rate you have, it's basically like competitive gaming. You're going to need a high refresh rate monitor, otherwise you're
Yep. At a disadvantage.
So yeah, otherwise you're at a disadvantage, exactly. And there's also some of your viewers are saying, like Steele says, it's a game changer. Obviously, like if you're a really high skilled freestyle pilot that's been doing this for years, then it's gonna up your game substantially.
Okay.
Just because you have between 2 and 5 times the update rate currently.
Would you recommend I buy it? Like, I really like Crossfire. I got to say, it took me a long time to jump over to the Crossfire ecosystem or to see the way of TBS. It probably took me about 3 years, and it was only through, the products kept, more and more products kept turning up with Crossfire in it, and then I just realized how reliable it is, how easy it is to bind up. In my everyday flying, right, I'm not a professional racer, but I don't do extreme long ranges. I'm just some sort of casual scrub who likes to go out to the park and fly around with his friends. Would you recommend Tracer or would you recommend Crossfire?
Both are fine, and it's basically down to, do you want to have more range or do you want to have more speed?
All right.
So these are your decisions. If you already have Crossfire, I wouldn't switch. Like, I'm not switching.
Yep.
I'm so fine with my Tango 2. So it's I'm not anywhere near as good as a pilot as other people think I am. So for me, the Crossfire is more than enough. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything right now, if you don't have Crossfire or you don't have Tracer, Tracer is worth looking into.
All right, I think that's something I actually quite respect as well. For you as a company, and I'm sure the viewers will like this as well, to say, hey, we just made this new product. And you're here saying, look, if you've already got our old one, just stick with that and enjoy it. And here's this other option for people who do want this need, or you've recognized the need in the market. Completely the opposite to I'm not going to. Well, I rag out on Free Sky all the time. I know how much you feel about that, but they are the opposite in terms of they made a new product and then said, hey guys, all you guys who've bought our old product, we're going to make that obsolete and not really work. Go and spend money on our new product. So I really like how. I think TBS does a really good job. I'm going to give you some props here at really looking after for the community. And another one I like too was this is the second example I've probably seen this year, is when the Tango came out, right? You sold the Tango, the V1 Tango, and it was like, right, here's the product, here's everything. It was fantastic. And a lot of people said, hey, can you up the power level, or can you do this? So you went back to the drawing board, changed the board to be able to accommodate that and add the extra module in. And then some people, were like, well, why couldn't we have this in the first place? Like, well, no one asked for that. And then he said, but if you want to buy the board, here it is pretty much at cost. $30 if you just want to buy the bit to put in there. So it wasn't like you were selling out a whole new radio or anything like that. Like, well, if you do want that bit, here's all you got to pay for is this middle part of the radio. And I thought that was a very pro-consumer move in a world that is increasingly like, Apple, like, oh, we'll sell you a phone, but we're not even going to include a charger, all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah. The nickel and diming customers. No,
yeah,
that's not what we're about. Especially not with people who buy our V1, right? Because they are our number one fans. So we try to. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be perfect. So we did overlook that people might want more power than 250 milliwatts, and we completely missed the module bay. So we rushed basically and tried to get that added to the Tango 2 as quickly as possible. And now it allows you to add Tracer. So
all right.
we actually had a Tracer Tango in the works, but then because we switched everything to the module bay, so now there's no Tracer Tango and it's only with a module bay.
Yeah, that makes it easy too. Do you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
add that in if you want to. All right, I've got a couple of questions here from other people as well, and if you've got some questions for TBS and Trappy, please throw them in the chat. We can actually hear you now. We can see you now. Trappy can't see my face, unfortunately. He's just getting straight dog cam. That's looking at him. But yeah, all right. I've got some questions here. So this one's from Random FPV, and these are in no particular order. Ask Trappy his favorite sausage and swimwear pictures that you want me to send you. I don't know what this is about.
I don't know. Is that an insider of your stream?
That is. There's a lot of sausage talk and chirapan talk. Like, have you really noticed that lately? That's been going into your stream and my stream. Has become this weird sausage FPV chirapan subculture, and I don't know.
Oh man, it was on our stream. We went on this random tangent about choripans because I had watched a Netflix episode about like how this is the greatest sandwich ever made.
I saw you and Wayne talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and ever since it's been sausages.
So on ours, we've been talking about sausages for a long time because there was a guy called his name was Drunken, and that's all he used to say was sausages, 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 just in the chat. And we just left him in there and just say it all the time. Toxic FPV is asking, so these are some questions I took earlier before in the stream. Ask Trappy, when are you going to make a digital video so we can all ignore DJI?
Digital video is actually pretty tricky, like from a fundamental technical point of view. You got three ways to do it. So you can either use a system on a chip, which I guess is what Orca is working on. You can do the way that Fat Shark is doing it, like uncompressed video over the air. So that was like Connex did that. Now Fat Shark is working on the solution. Most of the current digital systems are actually working that way. So they don't compress the video, and then they send it out, so it's much faster.
And there's no latency there because you don't have the decoding and everything and the uncompressing of compressed data.
Exactly. It's basically like 8 times analog sent over the air, right?
Yep.
And then you have the expensive way, which is the DJI way. You encode the video, you compress it down to whatever format you want, and then you send it over the air in a very compressed way, and then you receive it. So the negative side of that is you have variable latency because sometimes a packet doesn't arrive and you have to resend it. It actually limits your range because like once you get to a certain distance, the time it takes for the transmit, receive, transmit cycle is too much. So that's why there's like I don't know, it's like 12 kilometers or something is like the limit of the system, and it will never go further, like no matter what antenna you add. So yeah, these are the three ways.
Is that just because by the time so it sends you the signal, you get it, but then wait, I missed that little bit, so it sends back a thing to say, hey, send that again. So you wait while that goes out, and then it's like, okay, here's that bit you asked for, and by the time it gets there, like, oh wait, that's like a second ago and a half, bro, and we're up to the next bit. You've got a second of information behind there already you need to catch up on.
Yeah, it's gonna run out of memory, I think. I think that's the limit, right?
All right.
So these are the three ways that you can do it, and this has been known for 10 years, right? So the system, the SoCs are slowly getting to a point where it might be doable. However, it's going to be expensive, right? Because you're basically putting a phone subsystem onto a VTX.
With no latency. Like that's the bit that phones can have, like a small bit of latency, I think, without people getting upset. When you're flying a racing drone, they want, like, what is it, 6 milliseconds for tracer? Like
Oh yeah,
they're saying,
yeah,
yeah, that's what I want.
yeah. Well, they want zero, right?
Mm.
I think it's possible to do it with very little latency. I don't think that they can get down to the point of the DJI system, because the DJI system is basically everything. There's no software; it's all hardwired, so everything works at the speed of light. Um, so pretty much the only latency you have in the DJI system is from the resending and from displaying it on the screen.
What? So there's no
So
encoding, there's no decoding on the DJI system or anything like that.
there is an encoding and a decoding, but it happens instantly,
All right.
because it's in circuitry. So I mean, obviously it's not like zero latency, but it's below 1 millisecond, I would assume,
Okay.
right? Because it's just so fast that everything happens in circuit, and these are like purpose-built circuits for that. So the downside with having a system like DJI is you need big pockets, like seriously big pockets. I think it starts at 10 million, and I would guess to do it properly, you would need about $50 million.
To develop a product. Do you think that is there to recuperate those costs from a market as large or small as ours? $50 million dollars?
No,
All
absolutely not. Like not even close. Um, and the risk is, from like a business point of view, if you don't get it better than what DJI probably already has in their back pockets, then you release something and you just spend $50 million on it, and DJI just goes, ta-da!
Yeah. Oh, well, by the way, we've got V2, which lets you have twice as many pilots, and blah blah blah. And you're like, oh man, can I? Where's that $50 million gone? Like I've said this from day one, right? Where with DJI in here, it's an amazing product, but the amount of money that you need, and it is so tricky to develop it. I thought I didn't understand the circuitry and encoding part, but I thought the software behind it to be able to allow that much information to be sent without latency is where the real money would be in developing something like that.
Yeah.
And I just thought it would, and people would say, oh look, Fat Shark are going to do it, and all these other companies are going to come out and try and do it, just like with computers started. But it's not like that, because it's like looking at, okay, you might have Microsoft, and then we make Stu's Backyard Computers, where we make like 2 a week versus the 10,000 Microsoft ones. There's just no way that I can come up with any real competition. But I do wish Fat Shark all the best though. Like I want these digital products out there. I want more competition. I feel like competition is always pro consumer. So
Oh, absolutely. And it's actually what I really like what Fat Shark is doing is they're choosing one of the 3 options that are not yet available.
okay.
Right? So it's actually an additional choice.
Mm-hmm.
So there are distinct benefits and distinct drawdowns between the 2 solutions, but it's not the same thing. Like there is just so much of Me Too going on in the industry, and I don't mean like the feminist movement. I mean like the I can do that too, and here it is for 10 cents cheaper,
Okay.
right? Like, which actually doesn't offer any kind of additional choice to the customer. However, with the Fat Shark system, it's completely different. It's fixed latency FPV, and DJI is probably never going to be able to do that, just because of how their system works.
They've already built their back on this other way, so this other
Yes,
ecosystem,
exactly.
other family. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, I wouldn't have any preference between the 2, just from a technical point of view. But the way that Fat Shark is offering something that is completely new and is completely different from what is out there. So you can't say like which one is better, Fat Shark or DJI. It's like, what do you want to use those systems for?
Exactly. Is that like sorry, you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's. I was just gonna say it. It's basically like Tracer versus Crossfire, right? You can't say one or the other is better if
Without
you
the
want to
purpose.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Without having the purpose attached. So like for general cruising and for freestyle, like soft freestyle, the the DJI system is going to be better. But if you are like really into high performance racing, again, like Fat Shark wins because they have consistent latency over variable rates.
So the ultimate racing setup here, okay, casual park flyers that aren't too concerned about performance. Maybe, we're going to go Crossfire and DJI. And if you are hardcore into racing and you're like, look, I want the best of the best, you might be going the Shark Bite with a tracer system in there. And each one of those is going to be significantly better and offer you an advantage in that scenario. So depending on what you want to use it.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. We've got some questions here. So Kevin Smith is asking, hey, I've got a question for Trappy. The TBS Mambo reported on FPV guide details ? Now, I don't even know what this is about, but okay.
So OpenTX is open source, right? Or FreedomTX in this case.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to be legal, we have to basically disclose what we're working on. So we did one of our mandatory like software dumps, and there was a TBS Mambo inside. I don't know, like I didn't think that people would actually like go into our source code and check for hints to
look at that smile, boys. There's something there.
Yeah, it's based on the source code. What people have found out is that it's a full-sized radio, like not a gamepad style radio, just because of the screen that we're using and because of the amount of buttons and switches.
Okay.
So that's all I can say.
Sure. I've got actually a question for you that I'm going to go from here. So let's say, what is some of the craziest products you've dreamt about that have never come to the light of day, just because they're going to be too expensive or they're just completely ridiculous? Maybe you've got a flying TBS lawnmower that hovers and cuts your grass using infrared mowing blades. Like, what's some crazy ideas and dreams that you've put a little bit of thought in and then you've gone, oh, that's nuts, I'm not doing that, but like you've kind of dreamed about if you had the budget or there was a market for it? Have you ever had, what would you love to develop maybe in that sort of way?
Well, for me personally, the thing that I don't know, like I've been experimenting with autopilots and I just never have enough range. Like I will have a plane that can do 100 kilometers and then I'm like, but this mission needs 120. So like, I want to build a plane that has 2,000 miles range, like endurance, not radio range, right?
Okay, so it's going to fly itself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to fly itself with autopilot. So that's what I've been. Yeah, you keep like when you started with an idea or like with a goal, you keep like adjusting the product to kind of match the performance that you need from it. And like we ended up with a plane that is like 8-meter wingspan with a petrol engine and all this sort of stuff just to get to that range. But it would be nice if somebody came up with fusion. What's the thing called on the back of like Doc Brown's car in Back to the Future, like a McFusion or whatever, where you just put in some banana leaves and stuff.
It just converts it all, just whatever's in there.
Yeah.
A 2,000 kilometer or 2,000 mile plane is what you'd love to work on. Oh, that's pretty interesting. That's amazing, actually. That's a good bit of dream, something to dream about. We've got Kiz Bartlett just said, hey, look, this isn't a question. It's just awesome to know that one of the biggest manufacturers in FPV has seen some Clip That videos. I'm glad you enjoy that. I don't know if you've seen. They like to take the things I say and definitely put them out of context.
Them out of context.
Yep. Joseph S is saying, I could see that glider making some good thermals to getting some good range, a flux capacitor. Jay is saying, hey, Trappy, do you like my t-shirt, mate? Oh, he can't see it. He can't see it because it's right. You got Doggo Cam. Yeah, I'm wearing a TBS Team Black Sheep shirt. I wore it just for you, even though I do wear TBS stuff quite a lot. For those of you who don't know, when I caught up with Trap, I remember it was kind of maybe one of the second last days when I was over in China, and I was catching up a second time with Trappy. We were going to go out for tea. I said, "Hey man, can you bring me a t-shirt?" And you turned up, and it was literally a garbage bag full of t-shirts. And you said, "Hey, I didn't know what size or what one you wanted, so I just grabbed all of them." And it was literally like I had to pretty much get another suitcase to get those home. So, thanks very much there.
No problem.
Trappy, we've got some other questions as well. If you want to ask Trappy some, I'm sure he can read this chat as well. So if you want Trappy, feel free to pull out any questions or anything like that that some people might be asking. Oh, how much is the Tracer, by the way, before we move on and ask some other questions?
The starter set is 129, so it's $10 more than the Crossfire starter set.
Mm-hmm.
The individual parts are actually the same price. So the TX is 70, and the receivers are 30.
All right. And can we buy it now? Is it available for purchase now, or when can people buy it?
It's on pre-order right now. Well, we ran out of stock like a week ago, but the next batch is inbound. So if you order it right, actually, like if you have a Crossfire, you can enter the serial number for another hour and a half probably
From this, okay.
on our website, and it'll give you a 25% discount.
If you want that 25% discount, please email Wayne. Just give Wayne heaps of work there, and
Yeah.
he'll organise that. All right. So and if it can't work, can they email your support or something like that and say, hey,
Yes,
look, I've emailed.
yes.
If you emailed in the next hour and a half and you're going to purchase it and you put in your Crossfire receiver, add that in there, and I'm sure Trappy will make someone else do a lot of work there and answer those emails and organise that for him. Let's see. We've got some other ones. We had. Oh, what do you think about the lynch pin? Have you heard about that lynch-pin
No.
dodecahedron drone or something like that? It's I don't know, something that Rotor Riot is selling for $45. Some strange just type in lynch-pin Rotor Riot, you'll see it. I don't want to get off this window because my stream will probably explode and lose audio or video or anything like that.
I'm looking at it right now. Well, I'm looking at rotorriot.com, but I can't see it.
It's yeah.
Let's see, FPV drones.
Maybe under frames. I think it's a frame. I had to Google Rotor Riot lynchpin. I think lynchpin dodecahedron or something.
Oh, here, the lynchpin frame.
Yeah, I don't even get what that is.
What in the world? Do they have like?
Maybe it's made for like some sort of project to design something interesting, like an exploring drone or something. Maybe not FPV, or something.
It's 3D printed.
It's $45. That's the interesting part. Let's see. Jay is saying, has Trappy ever considered doing an action cam for quads?
Oh, that's an exciting market, but it's not trivial.
You got to get it right.
Well, that's like the big boys league, right? So I don't know, for people that are interested in like the fundamentals of the idea, it's like you have to have access to the right chipsets, and Amarella is pretty uptight about it. So there's like this company that makes the best chipsets for action cameras, and they're called Ambarella.
And they don't sell them to anyone. You've got to be good friends or know some connections.
You have to, like, it's like a big boys club, so you gotta put some money down.
All right.
Some serious money.
Okay, Sean Williams is he sent through this donation 24 minutes ago, so this is when he's trying to say, hey Stu, we're not even hearing you, we're only hearing Trappy. Trappy, I'm looking for a mid-range 1 to 3 kilometers fail-safe, and it says ANGE redundancy. I don't know what ANGE redundancy. Which would you recommend, Tracer or Crossfire V2, assuming a newcomer to TBS?
How far does he want to go?
1 to 3 kilometers.
1 to 3 kilometers. Well, he's going to be in range of Tracer for sure.
Without any worrying about fail-safe? So they're both going to fail-safe the same at that level?
No worries about fail-safes.
Right.
So I'm leaning towards Tracer for him.
And what about when it comes to penetration? Is there any of those sorts of issues, like between thick shrubs or concrete buildings or bandos? Does one perform better than the other?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, Crossfire will perform better in terms of penetration. However, if you just have like your standard 5.8 video link, you're going to run out of video before you run out of control. That's
absolutely true. Didn't even think of that. That's right. All right. Let's see. This
I
one.
just read up on the linchpin. Is that the Terrence Howard, like
Yeah,
the
whatever that is.
holy shit? That's like the actor, right?
I don't know, man.
Is that
Um,
Terrence Howard? Yeah, yeah. So he's like
the science
he's like
dude.
a black actor. He was in, let's see, uh, most recently in well, Hustle and Flow. It's fucking awesome. Iron Man.
Welcome to the FPV mix where Trappy's demonetizing my stream with some profanity. But anyway,
Oh, sorry.
all good, brother. All good. All good. Hey, Trappy, can I get some of those socks? That's I don't know, understand what he means about that. Gosh.
He means these.
Oh, okay. Can I get some? I want some of those socks, bro. Yep. Jay's saying Hustle and Flow. He's having a laugh right here. It is the actor. Terrence Howard loves FPV and is also into sacred geometry, spirituality, and stuff. And he's hoping to leverage FPV engineering to design a wacky drone. 15K to get that frame to fly in all directions. Okay, so that should be pretty interesting. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, because he's got props in all directions. There's a Swiss engineering team that built something similar. Because it's interesting because it can go into all of the directions without changing its position.
Right. So it's totally static, but it can move wherever it wants.
Yeah.
Cool. That could be useful maybe for some exploring or something like a rescue drone or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a big ball around
Rescue
it once
mode.
you've got that somehow, and you might be safe. Let's see. Big FPV. I don't understand what this means. Stu, will it work with the KISS keychain? That's maybe about TRACER.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So all of our products they work on this protocol called CRSF, and KISS keychain works on CRSF as well.
What is KISS keychain?
KISS keychain is like it's basically an OLED screen with a USB connector that can plug into your flight controller, the KISS flight controller, and you can do the settings there.
Okay.
So it's like your Betaflight configurator on a tiny OLED screen with a USB connection. And the same USB connection can go into any of the Crossfire or Tracer products, and then you can do all of the configuration of Betaflight, Fusion, Crossfire, and Unify on the little screen.
All right. Thank you. I've learned something. I've learned quite a lot. Double A wants to know, ask Trappy where the old banner is, and is it still up for grabs?
Oh yeah, it's right over there. Hang on, I can show you. Like right over there.
All right. Isn't it interesting, like the little details that people remember, like that come in here in the live stream? They're like, hey, what about this? What about that? Or hey, where's those socks? Or something. Too easy. All right. I just want to say a huge shout out to Trappy. Thanks for coming on the stream, and also just thanks for being a legend. So I know you've been in the hobby for a long time. Really humble dude. How did and also a just someone who stands up for our hobby, like personal friendship aside, I do really like that what you believe in, and you really stand up for the pilots, offering what we want and offering us pro-consumer choices as well. I think that goes a long way, and I would recommend to anybody, and this would be, I'm sure we would have spoken a lot about this. I don't know how many streams of mine you've seen, but we often always talk about like just the good ethos behind TBS, and always recommend their products, and especially the Crossfire system. It's just proven itself year in, year out to be a rock solid video connection that is probably the most popular in the world. Like, you've really wrestled it away from FreeSky. I would say FreeSky were more popular when Crossfire first launched, and it's just through just making a good product with good customer service and good customer relations as well that people are really believe you to be, and that's why you are the number one I don't know, what would you call it, radio link provider, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, your products absolutely dominate it. So too easy.
Thank you a lot for the shout out.
Chuck Toaster saying we love you, Trappy. I would let you date my sister. Crazy Sam, hey Trappy, is there a new batch of Tango 2s to come off with a new PCB board that do the module?
Right now.
Okay.
Happening right now.
Someone saying I'm definitely planning on getting a Crossfire, the Source One gang. Something I want to give a shout out to Trappy is when it comes to like being a reviewer. You know, I am going to say I got it wrong on that Oblivion review. I pretty much slammed the TBS Oblivion review, and I'm sure it would have really pissed Trappy off. And Trappy is like, it still amazes me that you put that aside and you went, okay, well, how can we move forward? And I have come full circle. And since then, many times I said I got it wrong when it came to that review because my friend Long Range Tony still takes it out all the time, and it is still flying. It is extremely reliable. It doesn't have to, I was looking for performance then. I guess that was when I was really into trying to push all the drones as fast as I could, and I missed the mark on what that drone was all about. So I just want to give you a shout out too for just being so professional and not holding.
Thanks, man.
You know, like a lot of people would get their knickers in a knot and be like, whatever. But yeah, man, I guess I'm a huge Trappy fan. So there we go.
No, I mean when we made the Oblivion, we knew that it wasn't gonna be for everybody, and we were kind of expecting the blowback, especially like from people who are more familiar with drones, right? Because if you have like a full-fledged carbon fiber F4 32-bit whatever 6S drone, it's gonna blow the Oblivion out of the water. But at the same time, if you're a beginner that's getting into the hobby and you just want to have something that like you can touch without cutting yourself, right? Like because carbon is sharp and it's all like looks unfamiliar and there's a lot of solder joints everywhere. So like this is what the product was about. Like just try to ease people into FPV like one step at a time.
Man, I'm grateful for it. Too easy. All right, man. I just want to say, Trappy, you're a legend. I will speak to you soon, my friend. Thank you so much for getting up early to take some time out of your day to jump on the stream, talk about Tracer. If you are interested in buying Tracer and you've got Crossfire, email Trappy. I think you said for the next hour and 20
it's probably
minutes.
Another hour. Like when my support team comes in, they'll switch the button.
Yep.
So you still have some chance to
get 25% off. Is that what it was? If you want a Tracer and you put your Crossfire in, you get 25% off. So that should be there. Other than that, just thanks, man. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon, man.
You too. Thanks a lot.
All right, take it easy, bro. Bye.
Bye.
Radio. So there it is, the legend himself, Trappy from TBS. If I click on this button, is this going to make my stream explode? If I click here, main face cam with Charlie, please get Charlie cam's not going to. I don't think Charlie cam is going to work because that is what was struggling with. Let me just see. Let me have a look. Dog cam. If I do this and then this and then this. Whoa! Oh, and the dog's not even there. Great, brilliant. Anyway, that was Trappy, the head of TBS, an absolute very kind individual who makes some amazing products. If you haven't checked out TBS, please go and do that. I'm sure one of the mods, maybe Jay, can you please post a link or Donny or someone like that to the TBS website, or if you can find one of the Tracer things. Sorry the audio mucked up at the start. I think we've been streaming for quite a while. We still have to do our daily dose. Let me change this. Our daily dose of Donny as well. You know what's really funny? Check this out, right? This is the screen I put on while I had to try to get everything working when our stream stopped working. Check this out. And remember when my audio broke? Is this a sign or not? So the audio at the start of that interview was not working. Check it out. I pressed pause on here when I reloaded the page. It's an ad playing for Lifetime sound effects. And it's saying audio. Stu, yeah, you need to check your audio, mates. Thank you very much for everybody who's stuck through. We've there you go. You can see the international TBS. Oh no, Jay's going to post the link in just a second, the proper one. Toxic is saying, what's up with some of those TBS socks? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Definitely want to check those out. We're going to be doing our daily dose of Donny. Let's give some thumbs up for, if you appreciated that guest too, give me a thumbs up. If you want more guests on the show, let me know. A thumbs up. We're at 114 now because there's quite a few people that I want to get on the show. I probably just need to pull my finger out and resend those emails and say, hey, yeah, I'd love to have some other guests on here as well. 144 people watching. There we go. There's some links to TBS right there. Trappy's pasted it as well. He's saying, you know what? I'll post the Tracer link. If you PM it to me, Trappy, on Facebook, I will send that through as well. But what we're going to do now, it's going to be time for our daily dose of Donny, because we all know it. Here it is.
What's going on with the Don?
And I forgot the metal little thing. Fitz, please email. Can you please email me again, Fitz? I know I ask this every single week, but we've got a little guitar riff one, or you can post it in the Discord and tag me in the Discord. Maybe we'll play it as well. I'm gonna jump over here, and we're gonna be finding out what's going on with the Don, jumping in right here. Mic check, mic check. Donny, can you hear me, my friend, for our daily dose of Donny? Are you there?
I hear you loud and clear,
Hey!
and I don't know how I'm supposed to come in after freaking Trappy
Well-
and his awesome interview.
Well,
That
brother.
was awesome, man. And you know what? It was funny though, because you were talking about how, like, on this stream, you got to come in like either without audio or this or that, and it was just like, that's kind of how my day went.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about here on the UAVPOOCHES FPV mix. It's all about, see, it's not about professional, is it? It's just about we're like you guys. We make mistakes. It's just
Professional.
professional, absolutely. Even though I am very grateful for trying to help. Look, you guys helped me get this microphone. We had a fundraiser for this microphone, and then I didn't even turn the sound on. So there we go. Hey, look, I just got a $10 super chat. Before we do
Heck
the
yeah.
daily dose of Donny, I'm going to add their name to the list as well. We'll be drawing a prize in just a second. It is going to be the Hawk 5, so the Pro version. One of you guys is going to be winning that. So let me put a Moto Ref in here as well. Moto Ref FPV, and he says, hey, what want to pick up gear in your best FPV gear 2020 vid for 800, but sub with your Granger's vid drone, how to build the fastest drone. Is that still compatible? Absolutely. If you want to build your own, so we spoke about, he's talking about getting into the hobby, Donny, and he's going to say, hey, in that video, we recommended some Sky Zones, we recommended a Nazgul, and we recommended a Radio Master TX16. You can still get those goggles, still get that radio. You know, you're going to have an awesome time. They are products you're going to use for a long time.
Yep.
And if you want to build your own drone, like building Granger's Race Choice drone, which is an absolute beast, I would say that performs better than the Nazgul. Mate, absolutely, they are compatible. That's the beauty about our hobby, that all these products work together. So unless you're going digital with DJI, most of the DJI excluded, all of these products, flight controllers, motors, ESCs, cameras, VTXs, frames, they're all mix and match. You just need to pick the ones that worked best for you, and that drone there is going to absolutely work with the Sky Zones and with that. So thank you very much for that donation as well. Charlie, are you still here? Charlie? Oh, he's right behind me. Sorry, he was on his bed. There you go, buddy. Too easy. All right, so what's been going on, Donny? Sorry I missed you the other week too. We did the news and it kind of mucked up my day.
The other day, yeah, you know what? That's all right, though, because it was meant to be. That's how I look at it, and that's what I kept telling myself. No matter, I got, I work myself up sometimes
Okay, no worries.
a little more than I should, and
it's good to have you
It's all
here
right,
today
though.
anyway, man. RS7 driver saying, hey, ask Donny how the bike ride filming gig went from the other day. Was that, that was
today, yes.
And what happened?
That's why I messaged earlier. I was on my way home. Well, the best run out of the whole thing, I forgot to hit the record button. But I still got some good shots. I still got some great stuff. The Cine drone I got of the kid, little 5-minute or 5-seconder. I put in our private place here where we talk in random.
Okay.
I put the link there.
Okay.
And
All right, so you've got it in the live
yeah,
stream.
and
Live stream
I'll
part.
work on a pretty good.
Can I play this
I-
for the stream?
Yes, please. Yeah,
All right, let me.
just a quick little clip that I did of the kid that my buddy's kid, Leo. And
All right.
yeah, I had fun, but where we went, we had to go and sneak off and get more into the open because I didn't know where I was going. I just said, hey, I want to go and chase you on the bikes. And he's like, all right, cool. Didn't ask where we were going or nothing. Well, it was like little trails inside the woods, pines.
That would be
I'm
hard
like,
to fly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this is where I'm like, well, digital, this would be nice right now.
All right, definitely some very, very cool stuff. Looks like you went to a bit of a motorbike meet, and this is just a tiny little test run. So we're going to see some full or better, I'd say, longer edited videos on the daily
I'm
dose
really
of Don on your
hoping,
channel.
Yes, for sure. really good stuff. And maybe I might even got that really good run on my goggles, and I might throw that in there. We'll see.
Too easy,
But
man. Make an
anyways,
awesome mashup. Other than that, what else has been happening, man? I got to post Trappy's link as well. I know Trappy messaged me the Tracer link, but yeah, what else has been happening? Just going out
not
for a
whole lot,
fly,
just
building
hanging
some
out
drones,
there.
getting ready to make some edits.
Getting ready to make some edits. Other than that, just been slowly helping the roommate kind of get himself situated on track. And
Too easy.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, I just wanted to say I can't wait to see those videos coming up soon for the clip that. And, of course, I know it's been over 80 days. We haven't mentioned it in a long time. I'm going to mention it today.
Yes,
it's over
82 today.
82
Man.
days since Donny gave up cigarettes. You absolute madman. You're a huge inspiration to a lot of people. Yeah, and I'm just proud of you, man. And so are a lot of people.
The 3-month mark, which will be 90 days roughly. They say that's when the risk of a heart attack, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Well, let's stay positive.
I
No
have to
heart
look that up
attacks.
for the next. I have to look that up for the next daily dose on here and have that information on hand. That way, I'm not quoting something that might be off.
Too easy, man. Too easy. Very much appreciated. Let me have a look right here. I was trying to find out where we've got our daily dose of Donny. Little sound clip if Fitz was still watching. But other than that, man, I want to say just thanks for being a legend. Thanks for coming in. And I can't wait to see that motorbike little chase that you are having soon as well.
Well, thank you, buddy, and thanks for having me on.
No worries, man. I will speak to you soon. So that was our daily dose of Donny.
What's going on with the Don?
All right, Donny. I will catch you on the stream, my friend.
All right, man. Too easy.
Catch you, bro. Bye. Radio. So there it is, our daily dose of Donny. Fitz Flights are saying TBS socks are 5 pairs for $14. That's not bad. Trappy, send me some socks, please. And oh, wait, I should have asked about like some little FPV car as well. About that. Let's see. Chuck Toast is still in here. We're going to be doing a giveaway in just a second. I can't believe we've been streaming for so long, actually. This is probably like the longest stream we have ever done. We've been streaming for 110 minutes, 125 people watching, 120 thumbs up, absolutely, 119 thumbs up, absolutely smashed it. Let's do, you guys are in for a treat. So every week, week in, week out, we're about to do some giveaways, we're about to do a draw. We've got 2 giveaways. This one's going to be for everybody. If you haven't entered, there is a link in the description. It just takes you to a Google form. I just need your name and email so we can draw a winner for this bad boy. And also, we have a Hawk 5 Pro right here, which we're going to be giving away. That is for everybody who sent through some donations and support and that sort of stuff. I've been putting your name in a list over the last 3 days. We'll draw that in probably about 5 minutes time as well. But it is time for clip. My thing is going off. It's saying Golmet again there. Thank you very much. Abdul R3, he's saying 1 more entry. I'm going to put your name again in the list here. Abdul. That will be drawn in, 10 minutes time. Fitz Flights is saying, just add the sound effect to that shiny stream deck. I'm trying, Fitz, I'm trying. I have a list, right? I got to fix the pinball machine. There's a few things. Random messaged me every Saturday and says, Stuart, fix the pinball machine. And then when I said, hey, the GoPro's broken, he messaged me and said, fix the GoPro. So I just started typing stream deck in here. Fitz. I'll add your name in twice, Fitz, for using the, thank you for using the Streamlabs link there, my friend. All right, we're going to be watching some Clip That episodes. If you don't know what Clip That is, strap yourself in. Maybe don't let your children watch it if there are some kids watching. Well, what can I say? We're going to be checking out Random Family Man as well as Kiz's videos as well. Let's have a look. If I go to Clip That, let's see. That should be, we should have Random Family Man right here. We've got some, this is what I have to deal with, right? This is going to be the thumbnail. Oh my gosh, do I even want to watch things like this? Okay, what am I holding up? What is going to be that big? I don't even know what was I talking about? We're going to watch Random Family Man's first. This one's called Charlie Impersonates Stu. And we'll turn the sound on. All right, let's see. Screen share. So here we go. I wonder, where does the mouse disappear here? This should be let me see. Charlie impersonating Stu.
Hey, Charlie, give us your best impersonation of your dad.
When was I making these noises?
Good impersonation. Where and when does he make that noise? Oh, he makes that noise when he's in bed playing somersault competitions with Mum.
What?
Hey, Charlie, give us your best impersonation of your dad.
What did you say at the end?
Good impersonation. Where and when does he make that noise? Oh, he makes that noise when he's in bed playing somersault competitions with Mum.
Okay, Charlie, throw me under the bus there. Ooh, I feel like I'm blushing. It's very warm. Whoo! All right. We're going to jump back here. Thank you very much, Random Family Man. As usual, some absolute insanity right there. And, of course, almost some profanity. Big shout out, too, for Trappy for, I think he dropped the, what did he drop? The F-bomb on my stream. Prop DMG, making my heart jump right there. Probably some others as well with that noise. I'm going to add your name twice. Thank you for using the Streamlabs link. And also thank you for that donation. I'll give Charlie a little snack here. Prop DMG. We are just about to draw that as well as the jackpot giveaway. I'm going to add your name twice. And Chaka is saying that's just a bromance thing. So thank you very much, Chaka. Let's give Charlie a little bit of a snack. And Random saying, sorry, Charlie. Well, yeah. What are you doing there, Charlie? Oh, that's delicious, guys. All right. Let's have a look right here to our next one of the day. And this is coming in from Kiz. And I always get nervous. This one is called Doing the Dirty. All right. 40 seconds of torture. Here we go. All righty.
Flip that.
G'day! Stu from UAVPOOCHES here. Welcome back to the Clip That Mix, the greatest live stream on the internet. It is a 90-minute love sausage stream talking about all things very inappropriate. Grab yourself a beer, grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a love muscle, whatever you want to partake in. Today as well, we are going to be doing the dirty on Random Family Man, but that's what this channel is all about. Welcome to the FPV Mix, where our Stuart's going to go blow his crotch. It is all about point and shoot sausage power. Man, I felt so much love in this stream.
Flip that.
Oh my god. G'day! Stu from UAVPOOCHES here. Welcome back to the Clip That Mix, the greatest live stream on the internet. It is a 90-minute love sausage stream talking about all things very inappropriate. Grab yourself a beer, grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a love muscle, whatever you want to partake in. Today as well, we are going to be doing the dirty on Random Family Man, but that's what this channel is all about. Welcome to the FPV Mix, where our Stuart's going to go blow his crotch. It is all about point and shoot sausage power. Man, I felt so much love in this stream. Alright, there we go. Thank you very much, Kiz, making me say some very inappropriate things. Can you imagine if someone stumbles across your videos when they're older, Kiz, like maybe like 5 years from now, and they look on Kiz's Clip That and Random Family, and it is just a whole bunch of mashups of me talking about sausages. Like the internet, it's a very, very weird place. So I want to say, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Random saying, you the man. Trappy's enjoying those Clip That segments as well. You know what, for next week, if you can, Let's put a challenge out there. Let's see if you can mash up me and Trappy together in the stream. See if you can. We'll throw him under the bus there, make him say some inappropriate stuff as well. Might be interesting. We'll send him some link to those videos. What we're going to do now, we're going to do a bit of a giveaway. So the first one, if you haven't entered, of course, look, this is just the giveaway until somebody wins this. This is a HG LRC. I don't know, Cine, this drone, right? Whatever this is. I can't remember the name. If you win, you got to pay postage. Let's do it. I'm going to open up, you can clip that. Let's open up Google Drive. Drivware, that doesn't work. And let's see, a live stream entries. It's been a little while since we kind of missed out on doing these, but at least we're back to doing them this week. And then I'm going to be drawing this one after that, straight after this. So somebody is going to be winning this today as well. For those of you who sent through some extra love for the stream, those Streamlabs or super chat donations. Let's see how many people are in the standard giveaway. We have, scrolling down, 3,075. So I need a random number generator. I think I have a number picker button on my stream deck. There we go. What did I say? 3,075. Right. If you win this, you've got half an hour to send me an email. Let's do it. Let's do our screen share. And we're going to be... let's find out who is going to be the winner. Let's find the number. 3, 2, 1, generate. 1773. So let's find that right now. 1773. Jumping over here, live streams 1773. Scrolling up. 1773. Here we go. Mate, I swear we've seen this name before. No joke. I think I've spoken to this person on Discord, I think. Let's have a look. Let's see. Snipping tool. This person won the prize. If I go here, random number generator. All right, so that's like a 1 in 3,000 chance. This dude, you have won. Screen share. Congratulations if this is you. So, no one else's name is on the screen. Sounds good. Congratulations, 1773, 1773. Congratulations to Matthew Smiley. There you go, my friend. So, Matt, please send me an email. It has to come from this email address that is followed here. Send me an email. You've got half an hour. It is 12 o'clock now, 12:03. I'll give you till 12:35 my time. Send me an email. You've got to pay for shipping, and then, yeah, we can ship you out this little HDLRC drone. It's got a Ratel camera in the front. You will need to put in a new pigtail, though, because I did break the pigtail lead that's in the back there. So there we go. Giddy up if that is you. Congratulations, Maddie. So you got to send me an email. And let's have a look here. Are you guys ready? Do you want to do a giveaway as well? This means I can get rid of everybody's entries so we don't dox everybody's details live on stream. We don't want to be doing that. Random number generator. We are going to be doing this bad boy, Wheel of Names. Let's see. And everybody's entries. We are now going to draw this bad boy. So find out who is going to win this as well. So here we go. This one is a guaranteed winner, though. If your name comes out from this one, there's no time limit on this. We're just going to, send me an email. There's no time limit. We will ship this out to you. If you don't email me, though, I'll hang it up behind me or something, and we'll keep hassling it on stream until you send me that email. All right, let's do it. Let's have a look here. Everybody's name. Let's see. There we go. I put people's names in here. I can remove Hawk 5 giveaway. All right. Let's do it. Spin to win. Let's see. Prop DMG is saying, what's his email? Mate, that's he's got to email me from his email to say that. If I say what, I'm not going to give out his email address live on stream. We're going to be going to screen share. Let's see who is going to be winning this. Thank you everybody who's been here. It's been a fun stream today. All right, let's give this a go and find out who is going to be the winner. I need to make this, let's see, if I make this a different screen size, I'm sure it'll say who's going to win anyway. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there he is. The man himself, Bad Manners FPV. Congratulations, my friend. I'm happy to say this is going to be coming your way. Please send me an email. You just got to include one of the receipts or something like that that you send through to the Streamlabs link or to the super chats or something like that. That just stops other people trying to claim the prize. But yeah, there we go. Send that with a little email to me. I'll be talking to you soon as well. I'm sure that you're probably maybe you're driving right now. I'm not too sure. I think you did. Maybe you said you had a week off for the first time, so that's a good start to the week. But there you go, Bad Manners FPV. You have won a little HG LRC Cine Whoopie filming style of drone. Other than that, I'm going to say subscribe for more FPV related content. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We had 123 people watching. We streamed for 2 hours, 129 thumbs up. Hey, let's do me a favor. We could probably break a record right now. I'm just about to go make some lunch, make a second coffee for the day, but I wonder how many likes can we get, even though the stream is ending. Let's, I reckon, can we get it over 200? Like, it's at 130 now, 129 now. If everyone just went, yep, smash that like button. And YouTube is going to think, hey, they really liked that the stream was ending. But man, I had a great day today. We had Daily Dose of Donny. We had Clip That. We rang my mum. We spoke to Trappy. If you enjoyed having some guests on the stream, man, if you let me know, because that's something that I thought I enjoyed it, actually. I learned something from Trap. It was cool to talk about Tracer, what it is, as well as some other interesting parts about, I guess, it just goes to show that Trappy really knows his stuff when it goes to long range and the stuff behind the scenes. I'm just an everyday dude like you guys who likes flying these drones, but the actual technical aspects, the engineering parts behind it, the things that work, the way that things are just coming together to make these amazing products that we get to fly. It's nice to have someone with such a wealth of information there. So anyway, look, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content, and I will catch you guys in a couple of days time. Plus, we should hopefully have a video out today. If not today, it will definitely I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow. So all right, catch you guys. Doug, you absolute madman. I just... Thanks very much, Doug. I'm going to add you to the list, Doug. You'll be in the draw for next week, my friend. I'll add it in now. Abdul sent through some love as well, saying later. Catch you later, man. I'll add your name. Alright, I'm out, boys. I will catch you guys in a couple of days' time. Be kind.